If you can work remotely, welcome to another episode of Self-Employed Success Secrets, Monday edition, a technique video. On today's episode, we're going to talk about leveraging the technological advantages of 2024, 2025. But before that, let's talk about why this channel exists. It exists to help you be happily self-employed, to live your brief life on your terms, getting paid when you say, going to work when you want to, when you feel at your best to contribute, not being forced to come at a certain time. Okay? So let's get to it. If you can work remotely now, obviously a lot of jobs you can't do remotely. Construction worker, doctor, surgeon, if you have a storefront, this video is not for you. Okay? It's amazing. There's a lot of jobs you can do remotely, and there's a lot of jobs you can't. Okay? But if you can do your job remotely, if you're a lawyer, if you're a therapist, if you're a consultant of some kind, you can do your job remotely. Now, why do your job remotely? Well, first and foremost, efficiency. Okay? It's just more efficient to work at home. You don't have to commute. You don't really have to get dressed in a super grandiose way. You save a lot of money, okay? Work remotely if you can. Another reason is for enjoyment. As the saying goes, what you do from 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. is as important as what you do from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You want to be happy. If you're happy at home, you're probably going to be happy at work. If you're happy at work, you're probably going to be happy at home. There's a symbiotic, virtuous cycle that you're going to deal with, okay? So you want to, like, a reason to work at home is for enjoyment. Another reason for work at home is, just due to enlightenment, being enlightened to know that your boss doesn't care about you. And when you work remotely, it's one less branch that impedes your life that extends from your boss. Okay. So yeah, these are just a few advantages of working remotely. Obviously not comprehensive, but working remotely, you got to understand that working remotely is a blessing. But here in 2024, 100 years ago, people couldn't imagine you could just work at home and not go to the office. Like, you live in that reality now. Like, take advantage of it and understand that it's a blessing. You're working from in a lot of ways, all you need is one of these and you can do your job. Even if your job is like primarily on site, what can you do to make it more remote? Okay. But for you to work remotely, it takes thinking. You got to use your brain. Okay. Your brain is what makes you money, guys. Remember that. It's your brain. Your brain brings the cash. But working remotely can just really make things better for everybody. Okay. So if you can work remotely, take advantage of it. Like, I do accounting. I used to go into a lot of places. I go into one place now. The rest is all remote. And the awesome thing about remote, it has a higher selling value if you have your own business versus going into a storefront. There's so many benefits as to why you should do something remotely. And just realize, the opportunity you have in front of you. Okay? If you can work remotely, do it. It'll greatly enhance your life and everybody around you. You'll make more money. Everything will be exponentially better if you can work remotely. And the way you do that is look at the character of what you're doing. What's the context in which you're working? If it's just mostly data transmission, you're just sending information back and forth over the internet, you probably can work remotely. Okay? So just keep this in mind, your self-employment journey, where you can work at another great thing about working remotely is that you can work at any time if it's results-based. This can really be amazing. So just understand that and keep that in mind as you're thinking about that. And if you can work remotely, understand how much of a tremendous blessing it is to work remotely and to not take it for granted. Like, let's say you're a therapist, right? You're like, I'm going to charge whatever, $500 for this person a month. You get to decide pretty much. There is some flexibility, but pretty much you can decide when to work. You can decide when to do things, set up appointments if you want to, obviously you can't have too much flexibility, but let's say you have a client who's like, they want to talk at night, you want to talk at 7 p.m., you can talk at 7 p.m. You don't have to be there at 9 o'clock. You can sleep in while everybody else is going off their jobs, and you're living your life as a self-employed person, creating the life that you want. This self-employment venture can be amazing. And part of the amazing thing of it is working remotely. So if you can't work remotely, do it. It'll empower you to find more ways to be remote. It'll help you if you want to sell your business. There's so many good things that come from working remotely, okay? And we want these good things to come to you for you to feel them as well. So thank you so much and have a good night.